Hello, everyone. Today I'm with Real Mitchell. He plays for San Diego now. He's kind of like a athlete, like wide receiver and running back. I interviewed him before, but thank you for joining me again, Real.
Yeah, no problem. Happy to be here, man.
I'll start with my first question. How does it feel to be back home in Southern California at San Diego?
It feels awesome. I know when I transferred a year and a half ago, I really wanted to come back closer to home. Because I'd started off, going to Iowa, which I loved every second of it. Then even going further east, to Philadelphia. So after that experience, I wanted to finish off closer to home. So I was really excited I picked the University of San Diego.
So now, after going kind of all the way across the country, you get to go back home now.
Exactly, yeah. And I wouldn't trade it in for the world. I experienced a lot throughout those 4 years, and not many people can do that. However, now it's becoming more popular. But able to go to the Midwest and then to the East Coast, and now back to the West Coast where I'm from.
You got all parts of the United States.
Hmm.
What made you decide to make the switch to wide receiver?
Yeah, that's a great question. So transferring to University of San Diego, the goal was to play quarterback. However, didn't work out that way throughout fall camp, and I only had so much eligibility left, and I really wanted to make an impact on the team. So, I went ahead and went to met with my offensive coordinator and was like, what can I do to, help the team? I want to be on the field as much as possible and do, everything I can do. So that's really how the transition started.
So basically, you just wanted because you knew you only had so much time left to play college football, and you wanted to help the team in any way you could, and then this helped you get playing a lot of playing time. It froze a little. I don't know if it's my connection or Rio there. I just got a connection issue. Should be back in a little bit, hopefully. All right, am I back?
I can hear you better now. Can you hear me?
Okay, probably. Sorry, it's raining, so I don't know if that has anything to do with.
You're good, dude.
But so basically, like to maximize the rest of your college years and you wanted to be able to help out the team in any way you could, and this allowed you to get a lot of playing time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Would you say you're more than just a wide receiver since they also use you in the run game?
Yeah. I think my game can really be or can really be, I guess, compared to like a Debo Samuel role, where like it's primarily a slot, but has the ability to take some handoffs. Because I've only played quarterback, I was very raw in like playing receiver, running back a little more natural, just because I would run the ball as a quarterback with like run game schemes. So that's kind of why I would take some carries too. However, this offseason, I'm really dedicating myself to be a receiver, to play in the slot. And moving forward next year, I'm sure I'll take some handoffs too. But I think most of my role will be in that wide receiver position.
So most of it now, wide receivers, you kind of had like a little bit more natural ability at running back since you had like done it with offenses like
Exactly, yeah. So
Debo
I'm definitely
Samuel.
not opposed to, yeah, Debo. I'm definitely not opposed to taking any handoffs if that's what I need to do. But really excited to see my growth as a receiver.
Yeah. How would you say the offense has allowed you to have success at wide receiver?
Yeah, you know, uh, because I was playing because I last year I was playing quarterback too. I threw the ball a little bit, and I also ran the ball from the quarterback position as well as the running back position as well as the receiver position. So last year I was really just I think my offensive coordinator and the offensive staff wanted to get me the ball as much as possible and then in as many different ways as possible. Um, and so I think that was kind of like the game plan throughout the year, was just to get me as many touches as possible, and that's why it came from so many different positions.
So they knew you're a game changer and just wanted to get the ball into your hands.
I guess so, yeah.
It's like that one game I remember Debo Samuel against the Rams where he threw a touchdown. I think he ran and caught one.
Exactly, yeah. Pretty much. Just like that.
Was there a certain game where you played and then you just realized this was the position you wanted to stay at?
Um, I wouldn't say that exactly. I think I, somewhat, I guess, had like, a big game at, receiver, um, when we played St. Thomas, back in October. So I think that was kind of like a breakout, coming out type of game, for me. However, it wasn't like, once that game happened, I was like, all right, yeah, like, I definitely want to play receiver. I kind of like, date coming or starting back with fall camp when I, didn't get the job at quarterback. I think that from that moment on, I was like, I really want to like, contribute any way I can. And that's when that started happening. So it wasn't like, oh, I had a breakout game and it was like, oh, now I want to do it. I had already wanted to do it. And I'm just happy that I was able to, put the pieces together.
So you kind of always wanted to do this and you get the playing time and then just like you're happy
Mhm.
that it was able to work out and you're able to help the team out.
Yeah.
How do you feel knowing this could be your final college season and what are some of your goals?
Yeah, so this would be my sixth year and technically my final year of eligibility. God willing, everything goes all right. So I mean, most of my goals are going to be team oriented. Again, just help the team out any way I can so that we can, first and foremost win conference. We fell too short of that this past year, and looking to, help establish some more leadership on our team to win conference and then make it to the playoffs and then hopefully have a good run throughout the playoffs. That's pretty much that's the main goal. And obviously, my first year at a different position is just my goal is just to see as much growth as I can. When I turn on the film, every game I'm getting better type of thing. So those are my goals.
So it's basically just to help out the team and get a lot of wins.
There you go. That's all I'm at the end of the day, winning.
What do you plan to do after USD?
Yeah. So ideally, the season goes great and I can, get drafted and play professionally for however long I can last. And after that, I want to, because I'm already getting my certification in sports psychology right now, as well as my master's from the University of San Diego. So I'm, that's going to be my plan after my playing days are over is to, kind of start up my own clinic and help athletes with the mental side of the game.
So you'll be able to like kind of always stay involved with sports even after your
Exactly.
career.
Yeah.
Especially
Exactly.
like in Southern California, there's a lot of athletes, so you'll have like a good business going.
Exactly. Yep. That's the plan.
If you had one piece of advice to someone who's trying to play college football, what would you tell them?
Um, I would tell them just, it's all about competing. If you get the opportunity to play college football, not everyone gets the opportunity, so don't take it for granted. And not everything's going to go your way at first. However, sometimes it does, and if you're in that position that it does, man, you better keep working because other people are trying to catch you. You know what I mean? So it's just important that you stay consistent. I think consistency is something that can get you through tough times and adversity, staying faithful to your craft. And so, going to college, everyone's good. So it's important that you just try to outwork your competition every day. And in return, you'll get better. And hopefully your talents and your hard work will shine through eventually.
So just to always work hard no matter what, and it may not be easy, but then eventually you just keep working hard.
Yep, persevere through it for sure.
And this is our last question. I kind of thought just for fun, but what cool NFL stars have you met?
Have I met?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. I mean, I know like a good amount of NFL players, just because I played with a ton that are now playing. But I guess maybe maybe a star that I'm trying to think, a star that I've met recently that like I had no connection to prior really was Jordan Love. He trains with my quarterback coach, who's also my receivers coach now. So that's pretty cool. And so I met him like a couple months ago or before the season. And that's someone that like I hadn't known, growing up. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool. He's from a few hours from Fresno, and he's in Bakersfield, so
Yeah,
not too far.
yeah, that's awesome. My mom's from Bakersfield, so
Oh,
they
really?
yeah, so they were talking it up a lot.
That's cool. Yeah,
Mhm.
hopefully he does well after Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, hopefully he does.
All right, thank you for taking the time to join me today.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate your time.